Live from the Taylor Strength Bunker with your hosts, the Strength Director Danny Taylor and Thomas Ronald Wakin. Gentlemen, the bar is loaded.
Welcome to The Bar is Loaded. I'm Danny Taylor.
Thomas Regan.
This is episode fucking 9. Thomas, can you believe it? This is eating equilibrium, however you want to say it, doesn't matter. But this is the food episode. How do you feel, episode 9? We fucking blasted
We've smashed this, haven't we?
We got the last episode straight after this, and you're going to be the host. It's alright, lad, go on, yeah. Shut the door, bro. Shut the door. Yeah. That's Scott, the friendly ghost of Taylor Strength. The friendly spirit. The English language
liaison.
Yeah. The quote liaison. No. Just a liaison.
Yeah, he's a liaison.
The general liaison. Right. How are we?
Alright, how are you?
Oh, good, you know. Fucking the sound, isn't it? Ducking and diving. At the time of doing this, we should most definitely be open now.
Yes.
And rolling in the cash. Probably not. But hopefully we bounce back. And this is the end. My only friend, the end. What's going on with our food, Thomas? Can you talk to me about your typical day? What's going on with your nutrition? What's it look like right now? Because I know it's been a bit up and down recently.
Yeah.
You're on a cut right now.
Yep.
This is kind of a nice, considering we've got, as we speak, episode 3 premiering it live on YouTube.
I was bulking at that time.
You were bulking at that time when we were addressing our body image issues.
Yes.
And now this is like a nice little follow-up, I guess, because we're addressing our nutritional
Nutritional habits,
nibbity bits.
Yeah.
I was trying to like use alliteration there. Our nutritional negligence.
Yes. No. Maybe. We'll see.
Let us know down in the comments if you're any good at alliteration. Nutritional. No, let's just move on. So, Thomas, can you describe to me right now what your food looks like day to day? What's a standard week looking like? What's a standard day looking like? And then I'll talk to you about mine. And also, you know it, this is the fucking thumbnail. Or not, whatever.
Okay.
Chocolate.
So,
Floor's yours. I'm going to shut the fuck up now.
Alright, so my day. At the minute, I'm on 2,200 calories, so I'm on a pretty low end of the...
Are you alive?
Barely. I'm on 2,200 calories. So I actually have a nutritionist AI coach from Lane Norton, and he basically the app tells me what to eat and what I can do and what I can't do. So at the minute I'm on 2,200 calories, 170 grams of protein.
It's quite regimented.
Yeah, 80 grams of fat and then all the rest carbs. Nice. So it is quite regimented, to be fair. And I can choose, like on my training days, if I want a bit more.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So on my training days, I'm on 2,500.
Yeah.
On my off days, I'm on 2,000. I
think the diets, if you like, that bother me, the programs that bother me, are the ones that have you on low calories on training days as well.
Yeah, fuck that.
When there's clearly more of a demand.
Yes, fuck that. That's what I change my diet up, because I feel like you just need more carbs, don't you? When you're working out, you need that extra fuel. Yeah.
Fuel. My day at the moment. By the way. And we're going to talk about tracking versus eyeballing and whatnot. But I don't track.
No.
I probably will again in the future if I need to hit a certain goal for whatever reason. Because I'm gaining right now, I'm not monitoring it as much, which nutritionists would probably advise against somewhat. Mm-hmm. Just so I've got some calorie goals to meet. But I feel more comfortable probably physically and mentally just doing it the way I'm doing it now. So on average, I'm pretty good at eyeballing calories. About 4,000 calories a day. Low end, 3.5, a non-training day. High end, training days, closer to 4,000, which is an extra meal for me. A small meal. Yeah. So, wake up. It's 3-4 sachets of porridge. Banana. Peanut butter, honey. That's brekkie. Boss.
Love peanut butter.
I
in
think
porridge. I love peanut butter in porridge.
Not a fan of porridge?
No, I do.
Oh, you
I
love it?
the peanut butter in the porridge. Yeah.
Oh, absolute winner.
Game changer, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the golden syrup ones as well, so an extra bit of sweetness in there.
Uh-huh.
That was cringe. Have you had the cinnamon ones?
Yes.
Oh, my man's nodding over there. I only discovered these a week ago.
Oh, yeah, they're so good.
I feel like I've just been born. You know that moment where Neo fucking is like reborn out of that ball sack thing in the Matrix, and he's like, and he's like, he comes to, and he's in the Matrix. Oh no, he wakes up. He wakes up from outside of the Matrix. I can't remember what the word is called for the place.
Don't know. Scott.
The Matrix? No, the Matrix is the digital world.
The real world.
And he awakes from the. It's the real world. It is.
That's called.
Trinity. Huh?
That's what it's called. The real world. Well, he says, "Welcome to the real world."
There you go. Morpheus over there. Cheers, Morph. Back to it.
Yeah, go on.
And then, because that's a pretty decent breakfast, I'm drinking, probably about 1 litre of water before training as well. Properly hydrate myself. Mm-hmm. So that keeps me satiate too. Keeps me full. And then I won't eat until after training, but I train quite early, as you know.
11, 12, isn't it? 11? 10?
11? 10 or 11,
Yeah.
So then I'm eating at like a reasonable 12, 1 p.m.
Yep.
That's the second big meal. I say big, it's probably on the low end compared to the rest of the meals, but it's between 700 and 800 calories, depending on what day it is and what I've got.
Keeps you going. Definitely
sees me over. And then if it's training day, I'll usually drop in a protein shake a couple of hours after that. Just keep myself topped up. Topped up. Tip of the tongues, lips and teeth. Tip of the tongue, lips and teeth. And then following that, I will have another cup of coffee or something that keeps you satiate, drink more water, and then get home and gorge. I get all my calories in. I've mentioned this during the body image issues episode as well. I get all my food in between like 8 and 10.
Yeah.
It's just the way it's always been.
Like and, what would you like 1,500, 2,000, or is that too much?
1,500 sounds about right. Yeah, thereabouts.
Big plate of pasta and that with loads of chicken.
Tuna pasta, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, some training days it can be. That's why I fluctuate between 3.5 and 4. It definitely is ranging between 1.5 and 2 before bed.
Yeah.
And some people might be like, "Oh, how'd you sleep?" And you just get used to it. Like if that's the way your life is for years, day after day after day, you just adapt. Even when I'm off, and I've not got work, we still eat late.
So
I still have all my calories at night.
So how do you eyeball it then? So what if people are like watching going, I don't know how to eyeball. Like I wouldn't know how to eyeball because I weigh everything. How would you like measure it?
About 100 calories of protein is approximately hand sized or around your palm size.
Yep.
And then a fist sized portion of carbohydrates is around the same. They got the same caloric value.
Yep.
Fats differ depending on what fat you're consuming. So I don't really eyeball them as much because I don't have them specifically.
Yeah.
But usually it'd be measured by teaspoon. Or like a handful of nuts, for example. So I think it's around 15 grams of nuts. Works out at 125. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, for sure. Because obviously they're more calorically dense than protein and carbohydrates. But then obviously you've got fibre and stuff, which is negligible pretty
That's
much.
Like micronutrients, isn't it?
Micronutrient,
I just focus on that.
It does add up, but focus on the protein and the carbs mainly. They're the big ones. But yeah, it's like some nights I will get in and I'll be having like a lot of dairy, yogurt. I'll get protein from nuts and stuff as well. One thing that I'm probably lacking in is maybe another snack throughout the day on a training day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said then, a couple of handfuls of nuts would probably push me over that 4,000 or help me consistently hit that 4,000.
Yep.
However, I'm slowly gaining. when we started this podcast, I think I was, like 77,
78, 77. You were something, 76? Were you that?
Maybe as low as 76. We'll say 77.
Yeah.
And since then, now today I'm 82.6.
Yes, let's go. Whisper Gold diet.
It's not my diet, but what I do like about just eyeballing calories is that like it gives me flexibility.
Yeah.
I know if I'm taking the piss, and you should only eyeball calories really if you've got good self-discipline, as in you're not going to binge. Binging can be okay now and then, but if it's something that you do regularly and you know it's not good for you, then why are you doing it?
Yeah, so that becomes
I'd like to think I've got good nutritional awareness.
Yeah. No,
food awareness.
It's good discipline, to be honest, because I
Eating
wouldn't be able to do
equilibrium.
that. Yeah, and I wouldn't be able to do that.
Me pen! Got it. I can't talk without this. Have you noticed? Every episode I mention jiu-jitsu apparently. Jiu-jitsu. And I'd kill you with this pen.
In the eye.
Sell me this pen. What's that off?
Wolf Wall Street.
Oh, that's not who is it? Stonks. Oh dear. Thomas, can we talk about extremes that we've been to with our food, our nutrition? Both sides.
Yeah.
Excess of calories, high calorie diets, or nutritional regimens versus low calorie experiences. You go first.
So I don't think I've actually had a problem with eating binging or like dieting.
You've reached the eating equilibrium. Is that the name of the episode? It is.
Yeah, I think I'm to be honest, I think I'm good with my eating. I used to always buy them stupid serious mass weight gainers shakes and that.
If you want to sponsor us, guys,
and
get in touch. Danny and Taylor Strength UK.
And I would get fat from it, so don't buy them.
But it's serious mass.
Yeah, but it's full of sugar and
but it's
carbs. And I just
you want to get massive. That's the thing. Right?
Get massively fat, not massively strong. Well, massively lean muscle anyway. But
is that what they were trying to sell it as?
Yeah.
LBM, lean body mass.
Yeah, and it's just sugar in a shaker, basically. Too many carbs, and I didn't like them. But now I feel like I'm okay with my eating. I do intermittent fasting every now and again. I'm doing intermittent fasting now. But apart from that,
why are you doing intermittent fasting?
It just
tell the viewers.
You know what? There's no scientific evidence that proves anything. But I feel better doing intermittent fasting.
I'm sure I've read papers on intermittent fasting.
Yeah, and it's not is
the evidence not substantial?
No, it's not significant.
Oh, right, okay.
But I feel good doing intermittent fasting. So I won't eat till 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I've done it before,
and yeah, I like it. I like intermittent fasting, but it's not for everybody.
I didn't. I didn't get good results from it either.
Yeah. What happened?
I was really consistent with it, and I struggled to gain any lean body mass.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was. Maybe I made a few mistakes. You know what I did do a lot of? You alright? Welcome to Barney's Lauded. Why do I sound like a fucking wool? You know what I did do a lot of? It's better.
There you go.
Yeah. What did I say? A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, you alright? Yeah, the thing is, what I did do a lot of... Anyway, back on track. What I did do a lot of was binge while I was doing intermittent fasting.
Because you thought you could do it because you're not eating throughout the day.
That is correct.
Yeah. That's a problem people have. And another problem people have is that because I've lost my trail of thought. Never mind. Continue. Go on.
Oh, shit. Pressure's on me now.
Sorry, the thought will come back to me.
Okay, so we were talking about extremes. So you've never really been to an extreme?
No. I've just come to my head. So when you're in the caloric deficit,
yeah,
and people see results fast to start with, and then they'll reduce the eating window, and they'll keep reducing it, and that could be a big problem.
That's detrimental, yeah.
Because
I still make that mistake now.
Because you could have like a 4-hour eating window,
Yeah.
and you need to eat 2,000 calories or 3,000 calories, and you won't be hungry to eat that much in 4 hours. You know what I mean? That's a big problem when intermittent fasting. Okay, there you go. That was my point.
No, I think it was an important one. Profound. All right, my extreme. I've done both. I wouldn't say I'm doing it right now. Definitely not to an extreme. I remember, obviously, if you watch the body image issues episode, which we will link below, we will. Just got the thumbs up there, or the finger. What? Hang on, why am I quiet? There you go. If you watch that episode, you'll know about mine and Thomas's background, mine in particular, given the what I'm going to talk about now. Always been a skinny kid, blah, 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 started training and all that, and really struggled to gain lean body mass, essentially. Was always wanted to be stripped and shredded and whatnot. But anyway, one of the first times that I did go to an extreme in terms of a caloric surplus, I challenged myself to get to 13 stone, 83 kilos for the first time.
And you were 70 odd at this point?
I was 69 kilos.
Okay.
69 or 70. Walking around at like 70. Weight never really fluctuated that much. I always wanted to stay lean. The lowest extreme I ever went to was 68, 69 kilos, and that was when I was sub 10% body fat. And I already spoke about that on the body image issues episode, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But essentially, I was eating less than 1,000 calories, nearly died, wasn't really hydrating enough. Actually felt reasonably strong, but when I took the pictures and stuff, I was absolutely at my weakest.
Yeah.
I wasn't sleeping well.
What was the difference?
Wasn't good. And then, in contrast to that, the difference was, you know what? I actually found it more difficult to gain. Okay. I actually found it harder, as I am right now, to eat in a surplus, to find the time to actually eat. And this is where I will probably benefit more from tracking, but I just don't want to. So I'm comfortable doing it the way I'm doing it right now. And yeah, that's just the way it is, I guess. Why do I look so... Yes, we are still recording, aren't we? Hello. Yes, we're good. I don't know why it does this sometimes.
It just goes low.
Yeah. Have I moved? Is that what it was? Am I just talking over here? Is that what it is? Let's stay here. It's better. So, trying to get to that 13 stone mark was when I was definitely and I had it all regimented. I'd counted. I've had to eat at certain times. I trained it was very, very strict. I was consuming so much fucking dairy. It was unreal. How I've not developed some sort of intolerance. I was drinking the big cartons of milk. I think they're 4-pinters.
I used to, not the 4-pinters. I used to drink the 2 pints of milk a day. Yeah. Go. What's it called? Go mad. Drink. What was it? There's a diet and it's go mad or something like that, and it's drink 4 gallons of milk.
Mad cow disease.
Mad cow disease. There is a program called Mad Cow.
There is.
Yeah, Mad Cow 5x5.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Is that not 5x3?
Is it? I don't know.
Mad cow. Yeah.
5x3. I've never done that. I've never done it before. I should do it.
All 3x3. Or you progress to 3x3. Tangent.
But yeah, sorry. I mean, I used to drink milk, but I don't think that's a problem though. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think drinking that much milk is a problem. Or it could be. I don't know. I think
long term, it's probably not good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not really meant to drink it, are we?
No.
It's for cows. It's not for us. This is why people do develop these
lactose
intolerances. And,
Danny Lee.
Yeah, and end up with fucking problems.
Yeah.
What's the other one? IBS and shit.
Scott. Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Scott. I don't know what's going on. Just 1 sec. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Is it my posture? Play the trumpet. Hello. Why? You know what though? It did do this
Last time.
and it sounded fine. So we will take a break in a second, and we will address our nutritional
Prowess.
negligence. I just want alliteration.
Yes.
And we'll do a quick sound test and just find out what the fuck is going on. Hello, Mum. I'm dying to say that. Alright, yeah, we'll come back to my stupid fucking mad cow disease in part 2 of Eating Equilibrium. Welcome back to The Bar is Loaded. It looks like I've fixed my microphone, so some technical difficulties there. My apologies. I must have just faffed. Probably all this fucking Whisper Gold promotion I've been doing. Sponsor me. I don't know. But we're back anyway, and we've been talking about my caloric surplus. So we'll probably just pick up where we left off there. Yeah, that's when I was like super fucking regimented. I was consuming an insane amount of dairy, cheese, and absolutely everything, and that was an extreme for me. But I did get up to 83 kilos, then recomped, and then done this mad fucking cut. And so it's like, this isn't something I'd recommend whatsoever. Like, I think it's like
Fulkin, isn't
it? Probably fucked me body up a bit in terms of like how my body processes food and whatnot, and I'm like trying to expand my stomach, then I'm shrinking it, going from being in a surplus, right? Yeah, the two extremes, which is the whole point. And that's when I went down to that extreme body fat and less than 1,000 calories compared to way over 3,000 at the time. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. All that milk I was consuming. Fucking crazy. Can you tell me like what experiences you've got binge eating? Because I know we just brought it up in the first part. Is this something you do? What are your thoughts on it? 'Cause I know this is a problem a lot of people have got when it comes to diets and nutritional programs and stuff. So they'll do really well. They will smash it Monday to Friday, get to the weekend, blow out.
Binge eat. Yeah.
Back to square one on
Pizzas,
Monday.
drinking. Yeah. I've not had that problem, to be honest. I feel like I'm very I'm very good with my food. I feel like I don't have like this sort of unhealthy relationship with food, to be honest. I think if I want a Mackey's, I'll go and get a McDonald's.
Yeah.
If I want I don't know, if I want a pizza, I'll eat a pizza. I mean, and maybe it's different for me because we're ectomorph. Well, I'm an ectomorph, you're an ectomorph. Maybe I have
done the binge eating thing though, which is why I made a note on it. And my microphone's gone again. Hello. Can we get some sound? Now it's back. What the fuck? Is it the position? There we go. It's picked up perfect. You know what? This is going to be one of those episodes that I have to heavily edit to make sound good. But we are in the midst of a very profound moment. No, we're just talking about binge eating. It's something I've done, and admittedly, I still do it in dribs and drabs now. So, like, because my life is so fucking regimented, Monday to Friday, obviously I'm in here in the office. I've got me rota, me working hours and whatnot. I train at the same time every day, eat at the same time every day, and then at the weekend I don't do any of that and I switch off. And then it is kind of like, all right, this is pre-pandemic and will be post-pandemic, going out for food, going out for coffee, getting cakes, whatever. Yeah. Like, doing more of the binge eating then, I guess. Yeah.
But is that binge eating though? Because you're not really like
I'm not going 10 cakes. I'm not going on a blowout, but like that's when we'll order food. Yeah. That's when we will kind of gorge, you know? Yeah. We'll kind of make up from not eating these things in the week. So could you class that as binging, or is that just like having a couple of cheat meals, you could call it?
That depends. I think it depends on how much you do it. Like, are you having like a Mackey's breakfast and then you're having pizza in the afternoon and then you're having another like something in the evening time? I think that'd be...
but like I'm not... I wouldn't say I'm being mindful. Yeah. I'm just like, well, yeah, bam, stick it in, you know.
I mean,
this is really annoying me. This whole mic situation, you know.
scrap the episode. Do it again.
It's over. Can you believe it? Like, last fucking episode of the podcast as well. You know what? It's picking my voice up fine though. Second penultimate episode of the podcast, and we've got technical difficulties. Unreal. Binge eating is a problem for a lot of people though, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel it is, and I don't know. Like for me, I've never experienced it, so I don't know what binge eating like would look like.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I mean, I know like the
aware
psychology
of it,
about. Yeah, I know like the psychology behind it, but I've never actually like experienced it myself. And I don't think I'll ever.
What's the psychology behind it then?
So it's just an unhealthy relationship with food. I think.
What can people do to address it?
Like you said before about being more mindful of the eating. I'm not gonna. There was a client that I used to have, and the client did have problems with some eating. So I like give her some mindful tips how to help with that. What to say to herself, like reinforcing herself with the eating and stuff, and the client come back and was like, "Yeah, I'm doing really well," which was good. So the being mindful, I think the way you reaffirm how you talk to yourself as well is a good thing. Everything in moderation. If you can, like, don't go to extremes, like, because it's essentially, I think, people with eating disorders or have unhealthy relationships with food, it's like an addiction to food.
Yeah.
So people have addictions to alcohol, drugs, and food is an addiction. If you feel good eating pizza, and you just keep eating pizza to feel good, that is just as bad as someone having a pint and then just having another pint and another pint and another pint.
A form of escapism. It gives you your body a boost, like a temporary boost of
endorphins and stuff.
Endorphins, and then
if you
like
feel
that.
so low and you need something,
Gives you that spike of happiness and fulfillment almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it is temporary, innit?
It is a temporary thing, and then you're probably like any
temporary
other
high.
Yeah, and like any other addiction, you feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah, I know I do. Whenever and I don't know about you, if you've ever had like, and I know we kind of spoke about binging and stuff before, but have you ever had like a big scran or something, and then a day after you feel awful, sometimes even like hungover. Yeah. Like you're dead groggy all day, like sometimes you even feel ill as a result.
Well, this happened to me the other day actually. I don't know if it was because it had cheese curds in it, but I had poutine. And like
caribou poutine.
So good. I love caribou. Amazing. Sponsor us as well, please.
Please sponsor us.
But the next day I was like my stomach was in bits. Maybe because I ate too much, or it's the cheese curds. I don't know what it was. But like they give you really big portion sizes for the price.
Very impressive.
And I was just like, ugh. So yeah, I mean that could be a form of binge eating in a sense. You
count your calories, don't you?
Yes, I do.
How's it work? Why'd you do it as well?
I just feel like
accountability,
and
Does
I feel
this
like
help you? Do you think this is one of the reasons why? And my mic's fine now, by the way. I've just like quickly adjusted it there. You probably heard it. No, so it's gone again. It's very up and down. Maybe the wire's on the way out.
Yeah, I think so.
Whatever. We're just going to keep rolling with it. If I move here, is it better? Is it better here? I just don't know anymore, Thomas. Usually it's you with the microphone issues, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello. Right, it was fine there. So just one moment. And I'm just going to adjust this. And I said I was going to do this in the break, but how is that now? We're live on Taylor Strength TV, and this is the technical difficulty. We're going to leave this in. Fuck it, we'll leave it in because it's a gag, isn't it? Almost. I don't know what's going on. I just know that.
Have you got another wire?
Yeah, I've got another wire there. Just hold that thought a sec, Thomas. I think I may have found the reason why I'm just mumbling here is just to find the right position. Oh shit. What about here? Here seems really good, and I don't know why, but it's now picking me up in all my glory. So I'm gonna put this pop shield back on, whatever you call it. And hopefully that continues to pick me up. No, it's fucked again. But I digress, and we're going to continue, aren't we? Counting helps keep you accountable. Why should people do it? I don't really feel comfortable doing it. It puts me under a lot of pressure.
I think you got to have a certain mindset.
I think it comes down to routine.
Yeah, routine, mindset. And this is, some people can't do it because they feel like they're all in. They're either all in or all out. Like it's black and white. Like if you go over your calories, you might as well go over 10,000 calories over. Or so for me, it's just keep me regimented and knowing what my body needs, and that's why I count macros. And I think there was a stage where I was like, I can't be asked counting macros, but then I left it for like a year and then come back to it, and I've kept doing it since. I just feel like it works for me personally.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps you make the smaller changes in your nutrition. So if you want to strip off that extra little bit of fat, or you want to gain a little bit more lean body mass, it gives you the ability to make those minor tweaks which will allow you to do that.
Yeah, it's not like going all in on
something drastic.
Yeah, like 500 off.
Yeah.
And then I'll just lose all the weight that I've just gained.
Yeah.
And I'm just yo-yoing. Like, there's no point. And for me, there's no point in doing that. So that's why I got the app to track that for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's working okay.
I think there's pros and cons for both. I think ultimately you need to do what you feel most comfortable doing.
Exactly.
And what allows you to get the result that you want to achieve. All while obviously looking after your physical and mental health, because people put themselves under a hell of a lot of pressure sometimes when they're counting.
Yep.
Or even if they're eyeballing, they might overestimate things. They might think that they can get away with so much, or even underestimate things. Yep. The portions. They might not truly understand how to eyeball the portion sizes, and as a result end up binging because they feel like they're in a deficit, or they have to make up a certain amount when actually they'd hit the goal. So that's where I feel you can maybe bridge the gap between the two, and you can do at least understand counting and do a little bit of counting, or maybe count periodically and then eyeball the rest, just so you can live your life. Like, I don't know about you, do you see yourself counting until you grieve? Like,
no.
Right? So,
no.
But you'll always understand, like, what a calorie is.
Yep.
What a decent sized portion would look like, or what, for what you need.
Yep.
Like, if you put all these foods on your plate, well, the nutritional plate, you'd have a decent balance there, and you'd know that what's on that plate is what you need in order for you to achieve that goal, but you've not necessarily counted it. It's just from your knowledge and experience from counting over the years. So that's where it might be useful.
Yep,
I think in both circumstances, just be careful of doing them to like an extreme.
Yep. Don't go all in, I'd say.
Right, yeah.
Don't go all in.
Have some room, have some like flexibility in it as well. Have some space for you to make errors and make mistakes, and it's okay if you go over a bit or you're under a little bit. It's not the end of the world.
Yep. And some people can't see that though. Some people are like, they'll go to bed with 1,000 calories left, and they'll be like so disappointed in themselves, or on vice versa, they'll eat 500 or 1,000 calories over the target,
over the little bit,
and then their head just goes and like, oh,
yeah,
fuck this.
1,000 over would be a lot. But
okay,
like
100,
100 over, lose the mind.
And they'll they'll go straight into the cupboard to get chocolate biscuits or to get...
Yeah, fuck it, it's over.
Yeah,
May as well start again in a week or a month or whatever.
Yeah, and that's not a good mentality to have.
No, and you know what? It's a, what's it called? It's a thingy habit.
Go on, what?
A bad habit. It is a bad habit. And my sounds fucking fixed it. Every time I say my sounds fixed itself, it breaks. Ooh. This whole episode should be renamed the technical error. Just the technical error. Yeah, Danny and his mic. Oh, we're gonna do a massive sound test after this last episode. You're the host. I'm excited. All right, moving on. What I was going to say was, it is a coping mechanism, I guess.
Yeah.
Of sorts. You kind of in this circle, and it's a bit of a
vicious
it's a
cycle.
repetitive, vicious circle.
Yeah.
You're making the same mistakes, and
it's about being mindful to break that cycle.
you got to break that cycle.
Yeah.
Agreed.
New habit loops.
Which brings us on to the next point, which is the stigma around dieting and the word diet. What are your thoughts?
I can see where people come from when they say diets. It should be for me as well.
It's got the word
like
die in it.
Yeah. I think it should be like a lifestyle.
Yeah. I prefer to call it nutrition program, lifestyle, the way you eat.
Yeah. You've got to change habits, and how you change your habits is through lifestyle change. And calling it a diet
definitely just needs to be a way of life, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I think the diet word is a bit like, you on a diet?
Strict.
Yeah, exactly.
Associated
Everything's got to be
loss.
this, like, and that's just
and if you break it, that's it.
Yeah.
Like what we've just said.
Yeah. And
there's no room for mistakes. Whereas if it's a lifestyle thing, like you said, it's just a way of life for you. It's part of your daily routine.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a couple of bumps in the road here and there.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's where people make the mistake of the yo-yo dieting when they cut the calories and they're like on 500 calories and they're like, oh yes, I'll lose loads of weight. Yeah, great. My diet's worked, and then they'll just fucking do 2,500 or whatever calories and binge, or not binge eat, but just go back to regular, and the body just puts it back on.
Yeah, don't worry.
And they're just like, what's happened?
500. What's that diet which I really fucking dislike? There's a program called the 5-2 diet, and it's 500 calories for 2 days, I think. 2 days of the week.
Is that it?
And you can have 2,000, I think, for the rest. Something along those lines. Oh no, it's 500 for 2 days a week, and you can eat as much as you want for any other day of the week, as long as you do at least 2 consecutive days. I think it's consecutive days.
That's stupid, isn't it?
500 calories. Fucking, that's a yo-yo diet.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous.
Yeah, because you could be eating 5,000 calories and then average out 4,600. Because even though if someone says like the 500 calories for the 2 days, doesn't do jack shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get why it might be attractive to people, because you've only got to go through struggle
2 days a week.
2 days a week.
Yeah.
And then you are free to binge and eat whatever you want for the remainder of the week. But you can really make yourself ill doing things like that, physically and mentally for that matter.
Yeah.
Again, comes down to developing a poor
Eating
relationship
disorders.
and bad habits with food, which can lead to severe eating disorders.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you're one of these people, there are professional services out there that can help with this sort of thing. Obviously, we're talking from our own experiences. I don't believe that I probably borderline at some point when I've been doing the extremes.
Yeah.
In terms of eating disorders. But you might be on the spectrum if you are someone who yo-yo diets, you're always up and down, you are regularly binge eating.
Yep.
As a result of you trying to be in a deficit or a surplus, whatever way, or like you starve yourself as a result of eating too much. There's help
like
out there.
Bulimia, even like just eating loads and then making yourself sick.
These are tough subjects, but there's experts out there who really help people with this sort of thing. So reach out. If you don't want to do it to them, reach out to a friend, family, us. We'll help. We'll put you in the right direction. It's a real issue, and everyone has the right to have a good relationship with food. Everyone's got the right. Everyone's got the right. To wrap up, what do you think about eating for performance versus eating for aesthetics? And how do you pit the two against each other, if you would?
Now this is actually a hard question, because we both know to get stronger, we probably need to be more in a caloric surplus. But for aesthetics, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So it's like, how do you, to an extent,
if you want to be leaner, if you want to reduce your body fat,
so what I'm doing now,
but as a result of being in a caloric surplus and then therefore gaining more lean body mass, muscle,
Yeah.
then you will be leaner.
Yeah, and this is the problem I'm having now, because I was actually talking to Sally before, because I'm 77, 78 kilos at the minute, and I need to get down to 75 or 74.9 to get into the weight class.
Right.
And I'm about 17% body fat.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to have to be like 12, 10, 12, 14 maybe.
That's low for a performance sport. For powerlifting.
For powerlifting to get back into the weight class.
People do it though. It needs to be. If you're going to do something like this, it needs to happen gradually over a long period of time.
Yeah. Well, my peak week is not until June, and as of today, it's the 1st of March. April, May, June, maybe July. So 4 months.
What are you looking?
4 months to cut 3 kilos. 2.5 kilos.
A lot of people would say like that's nothing. They could do more in that time, and I agree.
Doing it healthy.
If you want to do it correctly, you want to do it to retain as much lean body mass as possible, and to retain as much strength as possible. That is the way to do it.
Yep.
Super slow over a long period of time, and you'll retain more lean body mass, and you'll actually be able to gain more lean body mass throughout that period. Scott, I know you're looking at the clock. How long we got? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The equilibrium, which is kind of the conclusion, the summary of this episode. I apologise for this episode as well. I'm really pissed about this mic. But the equilibrium, the eating equilibrium, finding the right balance. And I know people are like, oh, I hate the word balance, but it's true. It's true. Like, you need balance. Whether you are counting, whether you are eyeballing, whether you binge, whether you are following a diet for a certain period of time or on a certain for a certain reason, there's got to be some sort of balance in there. You've got to find an equilibrium with your eating.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can start to develop things like what we've said there, we said earlier, where it kind of starts to go down the road of eating disorder and developing a poor relationship with your eating habits and your food. And
one more point as well, if I can quickly do it. So I was watching the video on Layne Norton, and he was saying, and like meta-analysis were coming out saying that there's no diet, or there's no like keto, intermittent fasting, whatever you do, there's no one that is actually better than the rest. It's just all about being in a deficit. In the most simple way possible.
Fact.
Just like, there's no diet that actually works. Like, you can go on Kim Kardashian's fucking diet or whoever. It's just about being in a deficit.
If you eat more and do less, you will gain mass.
Yes.
If you do more and eat less, you will lose mass.
Yeah. End of story.
Bombshell.
Yeah.
I've been Danny Taylor.
Thomas Regan.
And in the next episode, we're going to fix this fucking mic.